Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live today. And I'm super excited because what I'm going to teach on today, I'm going to teach you how to hit six figures and beyond with only one offer. And I'm excited to teach this because what I know is going to really support you 100% is knowing that you do not have to have two, three, four, five, or more offers in order for you to reach and hit and exceed your goals. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, business and life coach. I got started in my company about 17 years ago, simply making the decision to go to work as myself. I wanted to combine my background as a corporate trainer and my experience as a mom into a business. And I had no idea how to do this. Some of you guys know my story. I went to a small business resource center in my town, and I was told that my idea, mom coaching, that it didn't make any sense and that no one would pay me to do what I do today. Okay. And this is why I share this with you over and over and over again, because some of you are just like me. You have these out of the box ideas. You're an action taker. You're an implementer. You're unique in your talents and your giftedness. And you're trying to figure out how to take your knowledge and package it into a high ticket offering, both on and offline, and you don't know how to do that. Well, I know how to teach you how to do that. You know, I kept looking for someone to help me, and I ended up bumping into an amazing coach. I went to one of her live events, and at that event, it was the first time I saw someone doing professionally what I knew I wanted to do, and that was called coaching. I never thought about specifically being a coach per se. I signed up to work with her. And that experience changed my entire life. I've worked with the same coach for over 17 years. And as a result of growing my business, I've been able to work from the comfort of my home, doing work that I absolutely love. My clients call themselves giants. And I only work with giants because I believe that to change your life, you have to be giant about it. You have to make a giant decision to be consistent, to be persistent, to overcome your fears, to be highly actionable. And it's an honor for me to be able to coach thousands of women, literally all around the world, and help them ignite their dream. Okay, but they do the work. They're implementers. Okay, I would say that one of the greatest blessings to me was, as a result of growing a great and amazing business, I've been able to be the kind of wife that I wanted to be and the kind of mom that I wanted to be. And that for me meant that I had to have time to do that. What I knew about working 40 to 70 hours a week professionally, if I worked in a conventional job, I couldn't show up for the things that mattered the most to me. And that was being the kind of mom that I wanted to be. I wanted to show up at my kids' school. I wanted to be the first person to take them to school in the morning. I wanted to be the first person to see them at the end of their day. That was just what I wanted. That was what quality of life looked like for me. And so being able to run this business, my children have never seen their mom or dad ever work a conventional job. And I've been able to be present in their life, right? I've been able to have dinner with my family each and every night, right? We only about 5 days a week. We have dinner together, all together. And I have been able to date my husband in the middle of the day. And this might not excite some of you. I'm just sharing with you what excited me, okay? Because I wanted freedom in the truest sense so that I could have quality of life with the people that mattered the most to me. When my husband developed kidney disease about 11 years ago and went on dialysis, and when that happened, it was a really scary time for us because, it's a health crisis, right? But what I will say didn't happen was I didn't have to worry about our livelihood. I could stand in the gap for my family when I needed to because I had built a business before I needed it. And I always say this to the women that follow me, not to be codependent on a man for income or codependent on your job for income. You have the ability, the smarts, the gifts, the talent, the experience to be able to package your knowledge, to be able to stand in the gap for your family. And for me, that made all the difference. We were able to hire a private physician for my husband so he could get elevated medical care. And I believe that's why he did amazingly well when he got his kidney transplant and is doing super today. He didn't have to focus on rushing his healing. He could focus on resting as he needed to restore his body and become stronger. And I know that's why he's done well. And I break this down because I know that you have a choice where you can what you can listen to and who you can listen to. And I know a lot of times people talk a great deal about money for the sake of money, but I want you to know this, that if you ever want to show up in the lives of your family, what will make a difference is the way that you structure your business and having time. And a lot of people have time, but they don't have the freedom, the money freedom, right, that they need. Or some people have they have money, but they don't have time. And what I'm going to teach you today is how you can have both. And how you can have both. I'm teaching today how to hit six figures plus and beyond. Okay. And all you really need is just one offer, is what I teach my clients. It's what I'll be teaching all next week at the Giant Experience Conference, March 1st through 5th. Okay. So if you're ready, okay, then I want you to write, I'm ready. If you're watching the replay, write, join in also, and write, I'm ready. And I'm going to break down just in 5 simple steps how to hit six figures plus with only one offer. Now, I wanted to do this because so many people want to hit six figures and beyond in their business, right, with their intellect, but they're not really sure how to do it. When I think about the number of coaches or consultants or trainers or speakers or online educators that come to me and they have all of these offers, okay, or they're really terrific at what they do in terms of their service delivery, but they don't understand how to put together a package that fully values who they are, what they do, and who they serve. And it is literally my sweet spot. It's what I teach my clients how to do. And I want you to have this come from mentally before we get started with this this broadcast. This is the mindset that I want you to have, okay? First, you got to think of, this is going to be for you. If you think about what you do and what you bring to the table as having value to begin with. Because the truth of the matter is there's no get rich quick, anything, okay? And it's not long lasting. What I'm talking about is building a model that's going to be sustainable, right? Because when you get free, you want to stay free. So we're talking about building out a solid business based on your knowledge that's sustainable. And to do that, first and foremost, you would be thinking, I already have skills and talent, and education, experience, background, expertise, right? Proof of that, evidence in my own life first. And then obviously, as you transfer what you know to other people, that would be evidence too, right? That you've created the same results for them. So I'm talking to you if that's you. Now, if you're this person that you want to hit six figures and beyond, and you don't know how to create results for people, I am actually not talking to you. This is not what I do or what I teach. I work with highly skilled people who take a life skill, a hard skill, or a soft skill. Soft skill could be just like when I got started, mom coaching. It's a soft skill, but I could create results for women, help them find the time for their life, support them in finding and creating systems for greater balance in their life and in their world, right? That really made a difference in their marriage, in their parenting, etc. If this is you, then I'm talking to you, okay? But if you're this person that you're thinking you want to just sell things to people and you don't want to add value to them, you can just turn me off right now, okay? I want to say that. Noreen, you're here. She says, it's so important to be present with the family and all, right? Yeah, it is. So it totally is. And I'm glad that you're ready. Noreen is ready. And I hope that the rest of you are ready as well, because you have to be ready to receive a powerful message. And that's why I always ask you, and that's why I always give you the opportunity to get yourself ready by simply stating, I'm ready. All right. So let's just jump in. How to hit six figures with only one offer. I wanted to do this because sometimes I'll meet entrepreneurs who already hit six figures, right? Or in their profession. And when I write something like this, they'll say, well, I'm already making six figures. Well, I'm talking about in your business with one offer, okay, or more. All right. So if you already are hitting six figures, I'm still talking to you, just scale it. Maybe it's $500,000 with one offer. Maybe it's $1 million with one offer. Okay. So I'm talking to you. All right. All right. So the first thing you got to keep in mind is if you want to hit six figures plus with only one offer, because that's all you really need. And the thing that's been getting in the way with so many people is that they've got the shiny object syndrome. They want to kind of capture all the audience. So they come up with all these products, 3, 4, 5, 10 products. I've even seen people with as many as 20 products. And their goal when they do this is they're not really sure what to sell or what will sell. So they kind of put everything out there with the hopes that somebody will self-discover and figure out when they're on their website, oh, this is the thing I can get. And somehow miraculously, they're going to hit 6 figures consistently doing that way. But I want you to understand that the way to hit 6 figures is outlined with what I have today. And this is the strategy that works. Number one, and I'll be teaching this all next week. Number one is package what you do best that creates the highest level of results. So number one is package what you do the best, okay? And that creates the highest level of results. So let me break this down. A lot of times when people are packaging what they know how to do, they just package what they know how to do. But they're not thinking about packaging what they know how to do the best at the highest level of service, right? And what creates the greatest yield or results for others. So I want you to think about this differently. Think about your talents, think about your skills and abilities, okay? And I want you to think about them from the perspective of what is it that I consistently do over and over again that delivers results for others, even when I'm not even trying. And people keep saying to me over and over again, you changed my life. This made a difference. Wow. How do you do this over and over again? You need to put this in a book. See, life has clues. And you'll notice that when you operate in your brilliance, you're not even trying, okay, that you create results for people. And typically, there is an echo that happens, right? And that echo is called a compliment. Sometimes it's a testimonial. Sometimes it's a phone call that's saying thank you, right? So I want you to think about those moments in your life, in your world, when you're using your talents and your gifts naturally, and people are reflecting back to you the echo of what your brilliance has meant to them and how your brilliance has changed their life, how your talent has changed their marriage or changed their business in some way or changed their process. See, the very first way to hit 6 figures with only one offer is to understand what is the one thing that you do that's exceptional, okay, that delivers amazing results. Now, I know that there's someone out there listening to me right now and saying, Mia, that's not me, right? Like, I don't even know what it is that I know how to do. I don't know what I do that creates great and amazing results. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because if you've been in business at all, and let's say you're in business and you're not selling what you'd like to sell. Most often when we're in business and we're not selling what we would like to sell, a lot of times it's because we have not taken the time to do that inventory to figure out what is it that I am really good at? What is it that I do create results? And this is such a powerful question. Often it is also an extension of our own belief system or a mindset system that has taught us, like, don't be high-minded. I know you guys have heard this before, right? Don't think high of yourself, kind of thing, right? And I think sometimes people take thoughts like that, they translate it to their gifts, and because of it, it creates a block, meaning they cannot see for themselves because they won't acknowledge what people are already saying to them about their life. If you really just pause for a second and thought about people who have called you over the last year to say, thank you, right? Thank you for listening. Thank you for what you said to me. Thank you for what you recommended to me. This really changed my life. Wow, I did what you said. I made what you said. I tried, to do it just the way you said, and it made my life better. That's the evidence that you got to listen for. And if you are saying, hey, I don't have those clues in my life, I am going to challenge you personally to just go deeper with that, because likely you've got a belief system that has told you not to think highly of yourself, and that it's misconstrued in some way in your thought process. I see this over and over again when I'm talking to women, and the moment that they are like ready for that big breakthrough, the first thing that they think of is like, I'm stuck, right? Because it's like another level, another dimension. And sometimes that next level or that next dimension, depending on whatever our belief system is, blocks us. Okay. And when I mean mindset, beliefs, limiting beliefs, right? Things that have told people said, you're not good at math, or you're not good at this, or you're not a great leader. And so whenever we think about leading in some way from the front with our gifts and our talents, and and we're asked to step into that, it's often when we shrink. I hope this is supporting someone. So number one is package what you do best that creates the highest level results. Because the thing is, the only thing that people are going to want to buy from you, okay, at the highest level, are things that create significant results for them. All right. Folks don't need information. Information is the cheapest thing that you could ever offer anyone, right? You could Google information. What people want are real results. They want real solutions. Okay. They want your knowledge. They want your experience, places that you have been and that they don't have to go. They can stand on your shoulders, but it does require you to do the work, to look within and say, what is it that I do consistently that delivers amazing results? I have clients, some are mom coaches, some are psychiatrists who would make a decision that, you know what, I know I've got a really great process that can really help people do some things on their own that's not therapy related. And I know that I can put these things in a system and they can begin to do this work based on my knowledge and my experience of just interacting with people. I have clients that have technical skills who have an ability to create processes for others that are really amazing. And they're able to teach that via consulting. And it's sometimes we go from being the person that's the doer, right? Like sometimes when we're doing something, we don't necessarily think about the impact of the doing. Is this making sense? If this is making sense, I would like you to write, this is making sense. All right. Number two, we're talking today about how to hit six figures with only one offer. And the second thing that I want you to keep in mind is to price your best work to value your transformation. So price your best work to value your transformation. Now, this is a heavy concept and I want you to lean into it. Okay. So here's the thing. This is where most people go wrong. When they do create results for people, they've got a product or service. Folks have been telling you, you know what, just test what you're doing. Just do a beta test and see how many people want it. All right. Just start with low prices and then work your way up. I know you guys have heard this. They've told you, take all your knowledge and your talents and put it inside of some kind of online course for some discounted fee. And then you'll get all the right people to come to you. Right. And you're selling what you have for $197 a month, or, $97 per client, or whatever it is, right? Something that's real low ticket. And your goal was to get yourself free, but your strategy isn't congruent with this. I want you to think about this. Number two is price your best work to value your transformation. First and foremost, when you're in business, you're only in business because there's something that you know how to do that solves a problem for someone else. Okay. And what's really important is understand, what is the problem I solve? Okay. And then the second question to ask yourself from that is, what is the value to the client for me solving this problem? And in many cases, it will have a quantitative value. In some cases, it'll have a qualitative value. But it's really difficult to stand in your value, right, in terms of your prices, when you don't have an understanding or comprehension around what's the value to the client. So let's talk about this for a minute. So let's say you, every year I'm trying to think, wardrobe, let's use that. So let's say every year you said, look, I've got these appearances and I need to look a certain way. And whenever you put together your own clothing, it looks okay. Okay. But then you hire an image consultant, for example, and they've got a system that they use based on your body type, based on the color of your skin, based on, your best features on your body. And they've got a system to make you look sharp, like, and pull together. And as a result of that, when you walk in the room for your meetings, you look amazing. And your impact is greater because of your presence. And you feel more confident. What's the value of what that looks like? pretty invaluable. Okay. So imagine if you're this person and you don't know how to pull yourself together. And every time you go to these meetings and you're showing up like with your best, doing it your way, how you feel. And imagine the differential of what it feels like to finally look the way that you want, have the executive presence that you desire, right? Have the presence that really makes an incredible difference in the lives of others. I want you to think about that for a minute, okay? I applied it to image consulting, but it could be anything. It could be finances, right? Imagine that you hire an amazing accounting team, and your accounting team has strategy on, what you can do in your company to be able to find some tax deference options, maybe to find other opportunities for you for investing and growing your retirement in different kind of ways. And think about the impact of how that would change your life, okay? Or, someone's life to have that. So I'm using a couple of really basic examples because they're examples that you could put yourself into. We all do things that create impact and value in the lives of others. In my case, for example, women come to me most often, they don't know what their products are going to be before they start working with me, but they know they have a skill and an ability to create results and change for others, right? Based on what they know how to do, their experience, their talent, and their gifts. And then I help them package that idea into a high ticket offering that they sell on or offline. I show them how to price it. I show them how to market it, etc. It's very valuable. I show them how to stand in their value. I show them how to sell. It's very valuable. Okay. So when you're thinking about what you're doing, I want you to have a different come from. Ask yourself, when I'm pricing, am I pricing what I'm doing based on what everybody else is doing? Or am I pricing to value the kind of results that I bring to my clients? Does this make sense? Right? And you'll find that if you price what you do based on valuing your results, it'll make all the difference. That's why you only sell what you know how to do. And it makes all the difference. And people who are investors at a high level want results. They want solutions. And people want to pay top dollar typically for people who have the ability to create results, the results they desire. Does this make sense? Okay. Arlene writes, yes, this is making sense. And are you guys getting this? Okay. Really, really important that you get this because so many people are doing this actually incorrectly. Number 3, the third thing you need to do if you want to sell 6 figures with one offer is you got to position yourself as the authority based on the kind of results that you can create for your clients. Okay. So, and that's typically based on your process. So I always say you want to position yourself as an authority in the market. When you do, competition becomes irrelevant. Now, I want to break this down for a minute because there are lots of people who believe, and I'm sure I've got some fans here right now, right, who believe that they are my competitors, right? There are people who will watch a live like this, and we get worried about it all the time. And the whole goal is to reach out to you guys as I'm speaking to you, right? Because they believe we're competitors. But one of the things that I want you to understand is you want to position yourself as the obvious choice and understand the people who pick you because you are you. They pick you because of your background, because of your gifts, because of your talents, and more importantly, because of the results and transformation that you provide. When you consistently deliver the results that you know how to do, first and foremost, we create the results for ourselves. Okay. And then we're able to transfer the results, the things that we know how to do to the people that we serve. So I'll make that real simple. When I got started in business, I didn't have any clients. I didn't have any testimonials. Okay. I created the results for myself. I wrote a book. And when I wrote that book, it became a #1 bestseller. Once it became a #1 bestseller, or as it became a #1 bestseller, I also did my first corporate deal with a Fortune 100 company. At the same time, around the same time, I pitched myself. I got signed to my first television show, Emmy nominated television show. I had people that came to me and said, Mia, I want to do TV. Can you show me? I said, I can show you what I've done. I said, Mia, I want to write a book. Can you show me I can show you how to write your book. Can you show me how to be a bestseller? I can show you how to be a bestseller. Mia, can you show me how to pitch to corporate? I can show you how to pitch to corporate. So one of the things that I want you to understand is that what you know how to do is very valuable. And the reason that I say competition becomes irrelevant is because a lot of times people who are competing with you are competing based on price. But what I want you to understand is that all of that is irrelevant. I never compete on price. At the end of the day, my price is my price, and it's based on my results. It's not based on me discounting my value, because the result is highly valued. And the people who come to me only come because they want the proven results that I can show them, whether I created those results for myself or whether I create and duplicate the same types of results in my clients who apply my step-by-step process. I say this to you because maybe, just maybe, this will help you look a little bit differently at marketing, at positioning, and at understanding that there's more than enough business out here. My ideal clients all come to me. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Number 4. The fourth thing I want you to keep in mind about how to hit 6 figures plus with only one offer is you want to find buyers. And you want to find buyers, and you only sell your services to people who are investors in the result you provide. Okay. So I'm a big fan of this. Okay. This is the difference. So listen for the differential here. Okay. A lot of times people throw up a website, have tons of products, and they're not discerning about who they work with. But what I believe is different. I think that one of the things that's really important is that my coaches, my mentors, my teachers, my trainers, it's a relationship, correct? And so I want to be discerning about the kind of people that I work with. And the way that I do it is I only offer my services to people who are high-level investors in results. So therefore, I don't have buttons on my website where tons of people can go and just buy a host of things. Because one of the things that I want is not just that people buy things. I want to work with people who are in partnership with the kind of results that they want. They're willing to do the work. They're implementers. They're action takers. That we get to have a high level qualifying opportunity to figure out if those individuals are a fit. That's really important. And I think a lot of times, particularly in the coaching industry, you have a lot of people who will just post up, for coaching, for example, maybe it's like some kind of monthly commitment, and you can just sign up and nobody ever even talks to you to figure out if it's a fit or not. One of the things I think is really important for you to understand in your business, if you want to hit 6 figures and beyond, is that you only want to work with people who invest in results. And you want to qualify those people to make sure that you're working with the right people. We're pretty good at it. I would say that, I work with hundreds of people each and every year. We're really good at it. We're great at building amazing communities with people who want to do the work. And sure, are we 100% perfect? No company is. But I would say that, I can't even say it's way less than 1% of the people that I work with really are not a fit, and that always is a function of them not doing the work, right? But they certainly qualify and invest in results. So if you just change that piece in your marketing process, I think you'll find that you'll end up working with better people, better qualified people who are looking for the results, and they'll come to you because you're only teaching or offering things that deliver an amazing result. Is this clear? Number 5. And the 5th thing is you need to learn the step-by-step process on how to sell and how to close. And I think that this is the thing that most people don't know how to do, okay? So a lot of times, if you're in business, and I see this a lot with physicians because I have a lot of physicians that I work with, that they never learned how to sell. They never learned how to close, okay? And so sometimes they have a great product, they have the proof of the results, they have the background, the history, they have the trust factor, but they don't know how to ask for the sale. They actually don't know the systematic process for closing. And if this is you, I can tell you that I've witnessed this in my own business, coaching hundreds of clients over the years and teaching them the language, what they need to say to actually have a client say yes to them if the client is a fit. Okay. And so this is really important, the closing and sales process. And if you don't have a closing and sales process in your business, and it is a process, if you don't have one, it's the reason why your sales are inconsistent. I was on a coaching call just last week with a new client. She's just been around about 3 weeks. And one of the things that she was sharing with me was her process for clients coming into her business. And just in, I would say, I don't know, I guess, over the course of maybe 3 or 5 minutes, me asking her a couple of questions, I realized there was a part of her process that was missing. And that in just inserting that part of that process will make all the difference for her. My question to you is, do you have an actual closing process? Doesn't have to be anything that's complicated, but it's really important. I give my clients a step-by-step script of what it is that I say. I practice it with them every single week. And, somebody asks me about sales, I'll break down exactly how to sell, how to close. And it makes all the difference when you understand that closing is something is absolutely available to you. A lot of people do it wrong because we're used to sales thinking about sort of like the car salesman kind of selling like that, something that you don't want. When in reality, the way that I teach my clients how to sell is that your ideal clients will always ask you for the sale. So I don't sell anything to my clients. People ask me how. Like literally, like every client I work with asks me for the sale. And that's a completely different way to sell. And if you're positioned the right way, which is what I just mentioned, your clients will also ask you for the sale. So let me wrap this up in a big bow, okay? And then you guys can tell me your aha, your takeaway. What I want you to understand here is that what you know is very valuable, properly packaged. And that the number one reason that you're not selling yet 6 figures and beyond with one offer is probably because you got too many offers. That you need to know how to package your knowledge at the highest level into one high ticket offering that you can sell both online or offline. Okay. And that's going to be based on your gifts and your talent and your experience. All right. And I'll be teaching that 100% all next week in my training, the Giant Experience Conference. Number 2, the second thing that you have to understand is to price your best work to value the transformation. And this is where most people fall into a trap. This is why I'm not a big fan of just doing low-end courses or building a whole lot of ascension ladders, trying to get people to buy this $15 thing, to go to a $45 thing, to go to a $97 thing, and all of these things. Because with your background, you don't need all of those steps. Your clients in one phone call can say yes to a high ticket offer, $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more. And I am not just hyping you on that. That's what I teach my clients how to do. It's not, they don't have to buy a $15 thing from you, a $45 thing from you, a $97 thing for them to buy your big ticket things. And if you've been selling that way, you're selling in a way that's really putting you at a disadvantage. Time is an asset, and I think you need a more direct way to be able to get to the client and know how to do that. The third thing that I want you to know is how to position yourself as the authority based on the kind of results, right, that you create. See, the thing is, there are always going to be people that are going to say they're your competition and all that, but it's irrelevant. When you can create results for people, either you created the result for yourself first, and now I desire the result you created, and you've created a result for others, transferred what you know how to do to other people, that is ultimately the best positioning ever. There's so many people that have to use underhanded sales methods because they don't have proof. They don't have results. Okay. I spend none of my time thinking about what somebody else is selling because we are rocking and rolling, dealing with our ideal clients who come directly to us because we're positioned properly. That is what you must learn how to do. I'm breaking it down. Number 4, you need to find buyers and only sell your services to people who are investors in the results that you provide. And the reality is that your ideal clients, okay, are people who only invest in results, are people who only invest in results. And number five, you need to learn the step-by-step process on how to close and how to sell. And most people don't have a process. I know this. I see this. Okay. They think just putting up a landing page, putting up a process, putting up going on a live is the way to sell. But see, selling is systematic. But the coolest part is that once you learn the step-by-step process on how to do it, you can do it forever. I mean, I had someone that came to one of my live events, and she came to my event, I think in October, closed $144,000 deal 8 weeks later, right? And, using my process. Okay, I got a little fly in here or something. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I'd like to hear your ahas and your takeaways. And I'm also going to just share with you just a couple. Let me share with you. I think I could do this. I'm going to share with you a couple of results that my clients have created. And I think that this might answer your question, Aisha, also, and I'll come back to that. In the meantime, I'd like to hear your ahas or your takeaways as well. So you currently see my screen. Okay, this is the conference. The Giant Experience is March 1st through 15th. It's only $15.97. I can tell you that when it started in August, it was $7.97, and then it went up to $9.97. It's now $15.97, and I cannot guarantee that that's where the price is going to be. These are just some of the results that my clients have created, and I always say, look, I can't guarantee your results, but because you got to do the work. These women did the work, okay, and they applied my process, and because of it, they created amazing results, right? And but I'm going to let you hear from a couple of them, and I'll just move slowly so you can see for yourself. I'll play Audra.
Hello, ladies. I just wanted to pop on here. I am bursting with excitement and just amazement. Today, I signed my first deal, or closed my first deal. I'm still learning the terminology, but I was able to sign my first big corporate client as an executive coach for $48,000. No paperwork, nothing written. I have my proprietary system in my head, but I had they agreed to all the terms, 30% down, 2 payments after that, and I am just beside myself. Who does that? And as Mia would say, what? I stood in my value. I was calm. I was confident. I said, listen, this is who I am. My proprietary system works. It's worked over years. I've worked with this client for many, many years. And this is what I bring. My coaching practice is based on 3 things: habit change, cultural competence, and most importantly, a servant leadership. And she loved it. And then she had the nerve to say, well, can I get 2 for 1? And I'm thinking, no, excuse me, my price is per client. But if you are interested in my services, we can have a separate conversation. And then she said, what's your hourly rate? You can't buy my experience with an hourly rate. I just felt so good because A, I can do this in my sleep. And I would have never had this confidence. I would have never been able to stand in my value without listening and doing exactly what Mia said. So my accountability partner made me come on here and do this. Now, you all know I am just not this live person, but I had to come on here and just let you know. Not even 2 days from the event, I was able to close my first deal, $48,000. What?
And the reality is that she's done so much more than that. And that's pretty amazing. I want to share with you, we've got so many, and you'll be able to see when you come on page for yourself, the kind of results that clients create. But there's another video that I want to show you. And we've just got tons of amazing results. It really just goes on and on and on and on. Okay. But I'm going to let you hear Diana and then Basaida, and then I'll come right back.
Hi, my name is Diana Patton, and I help professional women overcome their challenges and adversities to find their voice and to use it to advocate for themselves, for others, and for the causes that they believe in. I participated in Mia's Giant Virtual Experience Conference, and I got so much value out of it. I especially love the time that she took with the women in answering each and every one of their questions. And I had a lot of questions. And the answers that she gave me and listening to the others, I decided to take that and pitch myself to an organization to do some monthly coaching and consulting. And guess what, ladies? They said yes. I have a contract value of $144,000 for the year of 2021. That's $12,000 a month, about double of what I would normally charge. So thank you so much, Mia, for helping me overcome my challenge to use my voice to advocate for myself. I so appreciate all the work that you're doing with the women, especially in the giant virtual experience conference. It was awesome. If you're on the fence, go for it. You'll get so much out of it. Thank you so much, Mia. Hi, my name is Diana Patton, and I help professional.
It is so good that you could hear it again, but I will save you. I'll let you hear this one.
Just wanted to share that. Thank you, Mia. Thank you to all the giants who are all.
I'm trying to figure out how we could do this from the beginning.
Just wanted to share that little bit of.
Besida, I'm trying to figure out what I did.
That I had today. Really exciting.
All right, let's try this again.
Hi, Giants. This is Besida LeBron, team building expert, and I just wanted to share a win that I just had implementing Mia's concept of just standing in your value. I've been doing trainings before, and been booking them, and people are paying me like $1,000 at a time, sometimes $1,500. And as I did the exercise that Mia asked us to do, and really understanding like what is it that you're bringing, and then realizing that actual transformative, that it's transformative what I'm offering people as far as getting unstuck with their team. And I had a pitch, and I put it for $2,500, and I was a little nervous when I did it, but I did it because I was like, what would Mia say? Like, this is more than worth it. And then I got a response email back that said, I don't know if this is like, based on the amount of time and the minimal prep, would you accept $1,500? And at first I was really taken aback, and I felt kind of, and then I thought again, what would Mia tell me? And I was like, no, you said that that's it, and you're going to stand in your value. And I responded with just like a firm but clear email saying that you're paying for my experience and the what I bring, right? It's not just my time, is all factored into the cost, and then it's non-negotiable. And I just kind of was like, well, they're probably going to not come, they're not going to come back to me. But I was okay with it because I was really proud of myself for just like standing in my value. And I just got an email not that long ago saying, okay, sounds great. Send me the contract. Let's move forward. So I am blown away that I was going to leave money on the table because of my own insecurity and fear. And I'm so excited to be able to say that because of Mia being in my head and all the things that she's talked to us about in the giant experience, I was able to just confidently be there, and it came to me. And I am thrilled. And I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Mia. Thank you to all the giants who are.
If you do the work, you get the results, right? And it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Goes on and on. I'll provide the link so that you can see for yourself the rest of the testimonials. Okay. So now I want to open the floor, and I'm thinking that you might have questions for me. And I believe I'm no longer sharing my screen. Okay. And so if you have questions for me, then you can post them here. And then I'll post a link to the Giant Experience Conference. It's next week, March 1st through 5th. Although the sooner you sign up, we give you instant access. You get an extra week to begin to do the training over the course of the week. Aisha writes, your training on March 1st, what can you guarantee? What if I'm still unclear exactly what I have to offer? Can your training help with that? If so, how? I also have clients on here too. If you guys see a question like this that you would like to answer, feel free. You can chime in here because they can tell you for them. tell you from their experience if they're here. Okay, so the training is first. What I can guarantee is that I can support you with understanding how to look at what your background, your gifts, your talent, your experience, your expertise is, and the different opportunities available to you for packaging, and how to price it, how to position, and how to find buyers. Most of the people that come to the conference, minus my clients, do not have a package before they come. Most of them are working in their giftedness, but they don't know how to take what they're doing and how to package it at a high level. Many of them don't have a package at all, like literally at all. So over the course of the week, you'll learn how to do that. The training that I provide you is pretty phenomenal. You can watch it, replay, start it, watch it, stop it, watch it. Over the course of the week, I break down for you how to stand in your knowing of what it is that you know how to do, how to package it, how to price it, how to position yourself, how to find buyers. I'll show you how to put together an offer. And also what is great also is that the guarantee that I provide is if you come all week, you make the investment, you come all week, you do all the work, and you don't think you get value at all, no questions asked, and give you your money back. So there's no risk. And I would say we've had hundreds of people come through the event. We've only done 2 refunds. One, there was a medical emergency the person had, and the other, she just wasn't a fit. I mean, it wasn't the right fit for her. And so we honored that. Hundreds of people have come through. So it's an amazing event. I stand behind it because I think that you'll get what you came for, but I think you'll get even more than you even know that is available to you. So I don't know if that answered your question or not. If you have a follow-up, I should just, post it here. I'm happy to answer it for you. Andrea Labu writes, as always, this was great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are there any other ahas, takeaways, comments, anything like that? I did post a link here, so just listen to a couple of the testimonials on the page so you can see for yourself if the kind of results that they've created resonates with you. I can't guarantee your results because you got to do the work, right? And so everybody's different. But Arlene attended the event in January. I think it was January, right? And she said, I had no idea what my product was before I signed on for the conference. After the 3rd day of the training, Mia made it so clear to me what my product was. I became so excited. Now I'm getting ready to launch. And that's right. You're working on launching the product, right? So you're not even like unclear. You're launching your product. So that's pretty cool too. A lot of my clients move, relatively quickly once they come to the event. They get clarity around my coaching style and how I teach. Arlene says, yes, January. So you came in January. It's now February. And now she's getting ready to launch the product she didn't even know she had when she showed up in January, right, at the event. So I think that's a direct answer. Thank you, Arlene. Are there any other questions or comments that you have about the event or about packaging in general, what I just talked about today? Any other ahas or takeaways? I can tell you that this is my signature event. And what's amazing is that I hosted the Giant Experience Conference live in Baltimore in November 2019. And the women that attended the event live within 2 weeks closed over $250,000 from what they learned. When you make the investment in the conference, the virtual conference, you have access to that training. And then you also get access to me each and every day next week, coaching you live from Monday through Friday. And I can tell you it's pretty phenomenal if I say so myself. I am all in, right? And I give you everything that I've got over the course of the week. So there's no risk, literally, because of the guarantee that we have. So we have Karen, and she writes, hey, Karen, I like your lipstick. Hi, Mia. How is the training structured? I live in Alaska, so I may not be able to attend live. Is it offered virtually? How can I get access to your expertise if I have questions? I'm working on my private coaching offer right now. Do you offer lifetime access? Thank you. Okay, the conference, those are great questions, actually. So the conference is available to you. The earlier you sign up, like for you, to me, I'm not you, but this is what my recommendation would be. If you signed up, let's say today, the portal will be open to you and you would have access to the training now from this moment forward until the end of the event next week on Friday. So you would get whatever, how many days is that? Roughly 12 days or something like that, right? To actually listen to the training at your own pace. So, so that's pretty phenomenal in and of itself. We do a watch party every day. That starts at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those who want to watch the training together. Some people come to that. Some people don't come to any of that. That's completely up to you. When I do the live Q&As each and every day, okay, I answer the questions that you have from the training that you get. The training is pretty high level, I have to tell you, and it's amazing. All right. So I answer all the questions, directly there. I think you would get value. We've had people at the event, this last event, I know Ange was there. That was October, and she was from Singapore. And I'm trying to think, I've had people from London, people from, just different locations around the world who've come, who figured out how to be there. Maybe you can't be there every day. You come there one live Q&A. I don't know what the time of difference is between the US and Alaska, but I can tell you, you'll have access to the Q&As each and every day to get your questions answered. There is a private portal as well where people are typing their questions and things like that in as well there. Let me make sure I answer your other question. How can I get access to your expertise if I have questions? I would say inside the portal, definitely if you came to the live Q&A, I think it would blow you away. I live in Alaska, so I may not be able to attend live. It's in the evening too. So it starts at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And you can talk about your experience, maybe being from Singapore, because we have is it a 12-hour time difference? And what was that like for you to schedule, to make room? And was it worth it for you, right? Because you showed up at the event. And if you could also speak, Ange, to the fact that before you came to the event, is it the event what you expected? So just be honest, okay? So if you're my client on here, you don't have to say what isn't true for you. Say what's true for you, okay? The training is structured. The training is in the portal. So you can watch, rewind, and replay. And we give it to you that way so that you can watch it from the comfort of your home. So the training you would have complete access to no matter what. Okay. The live calls, I'm on Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time. And the 5:00 p.m. is when the watch party starts. I come on at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm typically on for 2 hours, okay, answering questions, etc. Right? I'm working on private coaching offer right now. Do you offer lifetime access? No. But you do have an opportunity if you want to have access to the training 1 extra week for $97. You can do an upgrade. Okay, so I think I answered all those questions. So if you sign up today, you'd have access through Friday of next week, the 5th. But you can also do for $97 more. You can have access for another 7 days through the 12th. So you get a lot of time, okay, to watch it, and excited about that. Okay, I think I answered your question there. And then Noreen writes, "Hi Aisha, what Mia helps is to bring your true gift and talents to the forefront of your mind and teaches you how to leverage it. I love leverage because now I'm going to make the most of all that's within me and share it with the world. This is the real deal." Thank you so much. You were at the January event, right? And with your babies, right? And saw how the conference ran. Is it what you expected? Tawana says, "You definitely need a support system. Success is achieved in its fullness when you learn from those before you. I've struggled needlessly. Thank you for this." I'm so glad that you're here. I appreciate your comment. Thank you for coming. As always, I appreciate you. And Karen, you're welcome. So you're 4 hours behind. So this will work perfectly for you. So at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live. I'm there typically for about 2 hours. Okay. So you could get your questions answered. So I think it would fit. Anne just here from Singapore. She was at the event, I believe in October. And she says there is a 13-hour time difference for her and she made it work and it was totally worth it. And Karen, you're welcome. She says, Mia, thank you for answering my questions. Okay, you're welcome. Are there any other questions? Anything anything that I can help you with as it relates to the event? I did post the link here. You guys go and check it out. The agenda is there. Okay. The structure of each and every day, the training you get access to rewind, to replay, to rewatch. The coolest thing, though, which I didn't mention, I will mention, is that when you sign up, we also give you a bonus course. So we give you a bonus course that's called How to Build a Six-Figure Business from Your Home that I sell for $9.97, and we bonus that. So, you get a lot for the investment. My goal is to literally support those of you who are ready to step into your next level by packaging your knowledge. Okay. Doreen writes, yes, Mia, you answered all of our questions and took the time to do so. It is worth it if you want to invest in yourself. Absolutely. And Tijuana says, she says, Mia, thank you, with the purple hearts. I love it. And then Arthur, Tamala says, thank you, Mia. My email name is Tamala Lucas. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. So, and then Karen writes, one more question. So your training is so powerful that I can create my offer depending on my diligence, of course, in 12 to 19 days. So I can't guarantee what you're going to do in 12 to 19 days because I don't know if you're going to do it. Okay, but I can tell you that I give you the step-by-step process. I answer the questions that you have regarding packaging your knowledge into a high-ticket offering. I pull back the layers. I show you what I teach my clients, and I show you how to price, how to position, how to find buyers. And if you implement right away, I think it could be significant for you. Okay. So look at the testimonial page and see what some of those women are saying and see if what they're saying, their results, right? Those are the kind of results you're looking for. I can never guarantee that in 12 to 19 days, you're going to do what they did because they did the work. Okay. That was necessary. But we've had people within 24 hours, you'll see there, that have begun to monetize right away. Within 4 days. I think Michelle, within 24 hours, I can't even remember what she made now. If you guys remember, you could probably tell me. I could go and look at it. Let me see. What did she do in 24 hours? I'll pull it up for myself. 15K, right? 24 hours. But you'll see it there. Just listen to it for yourself and see if that's. But I never will tell you, like Karen, I'm not I'm not I'm not a shark oil salesman, right? I'm not going to tell you, yeah, you're definitely going to do this in 12, 19 days. You got to do the work. If you do what I teach you to do, you'll know what to do. Put it that way. All right. And that's who you are, then we're going to rock and roll. Okay. Thank you so much, Mia. I'll check out the testimonials. I've been following you for a while. The event is a gift. It's $15.97. I don't even know how long it's going to stay there. I did tell you guys in August it was $7.97, and then in October and December was $9.97. I told everyone on my list that I told them it was going to go up, and it went up to $15.97. And I base my prices based on the results. Okay, for my clients, right? I just says I'm ready. I just want to know if this training will be the best fit for me. Praying about it tonight, and we'll sign up tomorrow, right? Yeah. So be discerning. You've been watching me. Go to YouTube, check out some of my videos there. Go on my page for the conference. Check out the format. See what it is all about. I've been talking about it for weeks. You guys know. And you'll know if it's a fit for you, right? So, and I always say doubt means no. Doubt is no, because it either means no, you're not ready to do what you need to do, or or no, it's not a fit for you. Because the things that have been right for me, I'm like, that is an absolute yes. I remember I didn't know anything about coaching, but when I went to my coach's live event, there was something inside of me that was like, you could do this. Okay. Now I didn't know how. I didn't have a product. I didn't have an audience. I didn't know what I was going to be selling. Okay. Which was cold mom coaching. Had no idea. Okay. However, I just felt something, and that was enough for me. Okay. That was enough for me. But I would say that doubt almost always means no. Okay. That's because you got to trust yourself, right? So that's really important. Thanks, Carrie. Carrie, I know you're legit, right? So that's really important. And, you know, and I always say that because, you know, one of the things that I think the women that work with me will attest to is the quality of the women that they get to meet. And, you know, my clients call themselves giants. They're highly actionable people. They're implementers, they're action takers, and they make a decision to show up proactively to change their lives. And that's not something you can fake. That's something you got to be open for. Okay. You know, you got to be like ready for that because there's some really great supportive people. And if you're not ready for that kind of that level, you know, it's a lot to step into. Being around people who are highly actionable, right? Shining a bright spotlight on you and sometimes seeing a spotlight on them that helps you to understand what's possible for you. Got to be ready for that, right? So that's really important. Those are the kind of women I work with. People will take 100% responsibility for doing the work, for being actionable, for being accountable to change their life, who understand that you can know what to do, but unless you do it, nothing happens. All right. Any final questions, comments before we sign off? I want to thank you for being amazing. I did post a link here. I think everybody can see it. I'm super excited. Remember, the earlier you sign up, the more time you're going to have to access to training. To me, it's a no-brainer. It doesn't cost you more. You sign up early. Why wait? You get to start watching things right away. Jump into the conference. It's an amazing experience. It's held all next week in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the watch party each and every day. It's about an hour and a half each day. And I come on at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to answer any of your questions related to packaging, pricing, positioning, and finding buyers, and closing and selling. And it's going to rock your world. I'm going to tell you 100%. Hey, Monica, how are you, darling? I'm so glad that you're here. Did you have a question before I sign off? Because if so, I'd love to answer that for you. Or if you're just joining, make sure you watch the replay because it was good. Okay. It was really good. All right. And, you know, and that's pretty much it. That's how the event runs. So I want to thank you for your time today. I appreciate you for being here 100%. You could have been anywhere, but you're here and you're here for a reason. All right. Have an amazing day. And I look forward to seeing you inside of the Giant Conference or on the next training. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.